Z just dropped the newest update, and it's kinda crazy, because it adds 4 total moves to complete Todo's entire awakening. It's insane, and unless Z decides he's not finished and wants to add variants or some special R special, which I don't think is going to happen because Todo doesn't need it that much in my opinion, he's essentially finished and ready for release. I'll cut to the chase, so let's go over the awakening. Okay, so to start off, here's the animation. It's pretty nice, reference to what Todo did during the fight with Madito, when he basically hallucinated Takeda, and you get Takeda, if you don't have an awakening outfit, or whatever your awakening outfit is, behind you as kind of a stand, honestly. It looks like a stand, that's all I can say. So, maybe a callback to Z's old JoJo game days, but whatever. Now, for the first move, and I'll have to turn on Infinite Awakening so I can explain this while also showing it, you have Idol's Debut. It's a quick swipe forward, and if you hit someone, have to turn on no cooldown either. If you hit someone, cutscene move. Does decent damage, knocks him away, and while it does ragdoll, it's not to the point where I think you're gonna get that much off of it. Though, it might be able to combo into the other move, which is... No, you can't. Yeah, you can't combo anything off of it because of how much knockback it does. It just does way too much knockback for you to combo off of it, but it's still a good move. Just because of how much damage it does. As for whether it breaks block or not, it does. So if someone's turtling and you're up close in their face, you can use this. Comes out pretty quickly, does good damage, and yeah. Also, it knocks you super high into the air, so you can kind of get a little silly if you have like a building to go on to. But that's mostly a main server thing, not something you can do in ranked 1v1s. Still something pretty cool. Anyways, as for the second move, it's called Climax Jumping. You do a little stance, and then you dash forward, and then you do a cutscene move. Pretty good. Does good damage, and ragdolls them away from you, so again, it's another combo ender, but still a pretty good move, especially for neutral, because you can turn it around and catch someone's dodge. And it goes pretty far too, as well as being quick. So it's not that easy to avoid, but also pretty easy to land. Another fun thing, I think it knocks them behind you, so if you're in public servers, I think you can knock people off of the map with this, which is silly. Another fun thing about climax jumping is that it gives you iframes, I think. Yeah, like that. So you cannot be hit if in the startup of this move, which makes it insanely good for neutral even more, because if someone's attacking you and they're on your ass, you can pop this move and they cannot stop it. So they get punished for hitting you in a sense. Really strong in that regard too. Now as for the third move, it's called Dreams. It's really just 3 punches forward. Very simple. They have good range. It's like a Hikari move essentially. Overwhelming Luck would be the best point of comparison, but like, if it, instead of having that whole wind-up animation, it just comes out instantly. In since it guard breaks as well as ragdolling, it's good for setting up other moves. Now finally you have the last move, which is Brothers, and this thing is pretty interesting, because it's both a counter and an attack. So, if you counter an M1 with it, or a melee attack I'd assume, Yuji swaps in, hits them for a huge amount of damage. Roughly, I'd say that's 70%. Which is crazy, because if someone's rushing you down, though that's not that likely to happen because of how Todo's an insanely good melee character, he has all of these moves that are good for melee, then they're gonna die if you hit them with this move. It does a ton of damage, and if you haven't already gotten them below 70% HP from your other moves, then what are you doing? However, it does not counter projectiles, so don't try it on bullets or anything. And if you don't counter anyone, it follows up with a 100% damage attack, which is really good, because if you uppercut into it, you can confirm this. So, like that. The move does have a bit, it goes forward, which means you have to tilt your camera to hit it. So just be careful of that if you're doing your uppercut. And I also wouldn't really recommend it as something that you just throw out in neutral, Because there is that long startup. It's a super long startup on it, and in that time, it's not that hard for people to just get out of the way, which is how it's gonna work. If they bait the counter, then they have to dash backwards really fast to get out of the radius of the move. Kind of like a domain expansion in a sense. This is the equivalent that Todo has to a domain expansion. It's his ultimate trump card that does a ton of damage and helps him win fights. Now as for cooldowns, let's go over them. Idol's Debut has what I'd say is a not too long cooldown. I'd say it's average for an Awakening. Climax Jumping, on the other hand, is a bit on the longer side, which you'll see here. And then there's Dreams, relatively short, and finally Brothers, pretty long. I'd say Brothers is probably going to be a one-time use in your Awakening, though maybe you could squeeze it a second. I'd have to test that, which I will after this, but yeah. Brothers is not meant to be used more than once, I'd say, in your Awakening. But other moves, yeah, you kind of just want to spam them at close range to deal a ton of damage. Or play Todo however you want. I'm not your dad. Play him however you want to play Todo. It's a fun Awakening. Very close range though, so unlike other Awakenings where you can just nuke the entire map, this one seems to be a lot more specialized for one-on-one interactions, since you don't really have that big AoE, nor do you have the range to hit a ton of people. The only move that even comes close to doing that is Dreams, so you want to be up in your opponent's face, and you have to try and stop them from running away, which you're going to want to do by hitting them against walls and stuff, though even then that's going to be a little tough with how the moves kind of cutscene them. So yeah, it's a different Awakening than the others because of how it's so close ranged. The closest to anything it has is Hikari, but yeah. Very up in your face. Now as for the other updates, there's 4 new emotes, which are Potential, Potential 2, Potential 3, and Rat Dance. Shadow Storm's variant now disables a domain sure hit effect, and while it does give it a little bit more reason to be used, I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal. Shadow Storm's variant is still inherently just not great, because the thing about it is that you're sacrificing yourself in your Awakening to go into someone's domain and then bail out your friends. That's really all it does, and unless you have friends with you in that niche scenario where they're getting domained, you don't really have a purpose with using the move. So even though it's a nice buff, I don't think it's going to be that useful. Anyways, as for the other updates, pity chances are now displayed in FSD. Leaving during your ranked duel now heavily reduces your elo. That's good, though I thought it had already been implemented. Scaled players no longer mess with the weight of the character. That's really only going to affect Todo and maybe Mahoraga too. The Awakening Outfits menu was revamped, so it looks a lot nicer now. And finally, there's 2 new updates which I'll consider balance changes. The first is that you can now ragdoll cancel out of Yuji's Black Flash chaining if he's hit you 6 times. To be honest, this is semi-useless because if you're already getting hit by 6 Black Flashes, you're going to be down by a lot of HP, and you should be able to get out of a Black Flash chain by the 6th one. If you can't, that's a huge skill issue on your part. So it's not something I expect to see used a lot, but I guess having more options is better than none. I doubt it's going to affect the balance of the game that much because it's a really small thing. Super niche, I doubt it's going to actually impact the game that heavily. As for the other balance change, Hikari's Shutter Doors now has a lot more end lag when it's blocked, and this thing is actually pretty huge. The reason I say that is because in the past, Hikari's Shutter Doors, if you just use it on someone's block, was basically unpunishable. You could just hold block again in retaliation, and they couldn't really punish you for it, so it made it a really safe move to use. If you're up close in someone's face, you can just pop the move, and there was no punishment if you got blocked. Now, there is punishment for using it. If you screw up and they block your Shutter Doors, they can attack you back in retaliation, and it's a lot less safe. So, yeah, pretty huge nerf, something Hikari mains are going to have to be very careful for so that they don't get punished. And while I doubt smart Hikari mains are going to suffer that much, it is still a pretty substantial nerf to Hikari. Alright, I'm going to showcase the Awakening in a 1v1 now. Doing casual ranks with Binding Vows so I can use True Love to get Awakening faster. Because otherwise I'd say people probably are going to die way too quick. What? Wait. What? No. Don't do that. Okay, I didn't get True Love, but whatever. I'll still probably be able to do just fine. if I use overtime, they're gonna take less damage, so maybe that'll help me get Awakening without killing them fast, so I can showcase it. Or they can showcase Awakening on me. Yeah, either of those things work. And why did I waste my Ragdoll Cancel? That was a terrible idea. Terrible play, but I can use that to catch the Ragdoll Cancel. And then... elbow drop. I mistimed it. I suck. Hard to focus when you're playing and talking at the same time. Thought that down slam would have hit, but it didn't. Unfortunate. Brute Force? You missed it. But I missed my punish too, so whatever. You're getting caught by that. And then Pebble Throw. This time it'll work? No! You know what? I'm just gonna M1 into it. Because Todo doesn't have a counter, so I can do that. You're not hitting... oh, okay, no, he did hit that. That's tough to avoid. I want to land the Black Flash. Oh, but my swap was not on cooldown. I mean, my swap was on cooldown, so it didn't work. And great, I just wasted 2 moves. But it's fine if I kill him a little inefficiently. And actually, it's probably necessary that I kill him inefficiently, because if I kill him fast, then... that's bad. Because then I can't showcase Awakening. My goal here is get Awakening. That's really it. So I can just take it easy. No need to sweat today. Casual 1v1s. Ow. Okay, maybe I need to actually walk in though, or else I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay, no, I should... okay, I gotta stop screwing around. I say that. Mistimed it. Down slam. Oh, he's dead. I'm playing terribly today, unfortunately. Uh-oh. I should also implement swaps more to how I play. Swift kick, catch the roll, Pebble Throw. Boom, Black Flash. Did he lag spike? Or... okay, I thought he was lag spiking, so I stopped, but... it seemed like he was lag spiking at least. Wasted his Ragdoll Cancel. Nice. That was a whiffed Brute Force. Oh. No, I just whiffed my Swift Kicks. Ow. That's probably my death, actually. Yeah, I'm dead here. But I'm close enough to Awakening, and thankfully the timer is a little bit longer so I can actually test it out. Swift kick. Pebble Throw. I'm gonna Brute Force him. Oh, but it didn't work! I can at least elbow drop. And now... why am I using the Ring Sang avatar? Not Ring Sang, Ring Noob. Yeah, climax jumping is just way too good. It's way too good of a neutral move, honestly. Really insane. No, I missed! Wait, what? Oh, that's a bug. That's a bug! Cloning. That's funny. Anyways, let's use Dreams. I'm gonna let them get Awakening too while I'm at it. Oh, never mind. That move does a lot more damage than I thought it did. Okay, so overall thoughts on the update. Todo's Awakening is crazy. It does a lot of damage, super punishing if you get hit by any of the moves, and it's also really tough to avoid some of them because of the high hitboxes on a lot of the moves, though it is more close range than stuff like Gojo, which does limit it a bit and makes it a bit more balanced. However, I'd still say it's like one of the best Awakenings out there, especially because of that 4th move being so insanely strong. If someone tries to go Awakening to Awakening with you, that move alone is so good for just killing one person specifically that I'd say it's probably going to give Todo an edge in any Awakening versus Awakening combat, because if they try to attack you, that's 70 HP gone from them, and if they get ragdolled somehow and they don't have a ragdoll cancel to get out of that, that is 100% damage, they're dead. So, really strong Awakening. I fought it actually once against this guy that you're seeing in the background here, and yeah, I got my ass beat. This thing is crazy. It's really difficult to fight. So, strong Awakening overall, and I'm kind of curious what the counterplay is, if any of you guys find some counterplay to it, because wow, it is strong. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'm Eternally, and I hope I'll see you again sometime later. Have a good day. Bye.